Hi Stampers! Today I'm going to show you how to make this fun textured frosting for your sweet cupcake. I saw this technique at the Stampin' Up! Event in April, and it was shared by our CEO Sarah Douglas, and I thought it was just really fun, so I'll share the recipe here written down. For this card, you're going to start with the Confetti Textured Impressions embossing folder, and this is a tall card. So you're going to go ahead and run that through the Big Shot. So here I've got a blank card base with the embossing done. You can see that it has this flat circle area, and you're not really going to notice that after we get everything layered. Now you're going to want to start with your frosting first so that you have time for it to dry, and you're actually going to use 1/4 cup of cornstarch, 1 tablespoon of white acrylic paint, a tablespoon of glue like Elmer's, and 10 drops of whatever color ink you want to use. Now for this one I used Flirty Flamingo, and then you're going to mix it until it gets the consistency that you can spread it. Now I actually did this about 3 or 4 days ago, and I just covered it with a, whatever you call this stuff. And it's actually kept pretty good. It might have gotten a little bit thick, but you're going to see it's thinner than frosting, but paint-like. So you're going to take the largest stamp for the frosting. I don't know if you can see it, but it's the one that has the least doodads out of it, and you're just going to smear on. Just give it a good coat, but you don't want like globs and globs of it, or it'll if you get too much on it, it'll build up around the edge, and then that won't look good either. So there's always that point, you know. Get a feel for it. Plan on doing a few extras the first time. Now I like to kind of, when I squish it down, you know, it's really wiggly, I kind of wiggle it around a little bit and then give it a little twist as I pick it up. And then I'm going to wash this off right away. I like to use my little, I have a fingernail brush that I use to get all the glue out of the nooks and crannies. So then you're going to see it kind of leaves these frosting ridges. You're going to set that aside, go have a snack, and then come back to it later. Next, you're going to need to take a piece of Whisper White that is 2 inches by 4 inches, and you're going to add your piece of Festive Birthday, and we're just going to line it up, you know, to completely match up on the edges. Okay, so we're going to stamp with the Melon Mambo ink, and this is also from the Sweet Cupcake. It's You're the Icing on My Cupcake, and you're going to actually stamp it way down on the bottom because you're going to have your ribbon in the center part. So then you're going to go ahead and tie your bow, which is not one of my what would you call it? My best occupations. I really love this Melon Mambo color. This is even worse when you're doing it in front of a camera than it is when you're just quietly complaining under your breath. Take my awesome ribbon scissors. Ouch! My cat has just joined me. I'm not sure why it is that cats think they always have to claw you to get your attention. Okay, and futz around, make your ribbon all pretty. I'm not going to spend time right now. Then we're going to take a piece of Whisper White that is just a hair larger, and we're going to put that on with dimensionals. So you're just going to go ahead and pop this up a little bit with some dimensionals. Now if you're real frugal, you can cut these in half. I'm lazy rather than frugal. Okay, so we'll just pop those on there. Then we're going to just adhere this onto here with snail. And we'll start about where the oval, clear oval starts. Rub that down good. Now, once your frosting is dry, I recommend, you make this piece big enough so that you can add your bottom of your cupcake on here too. So I'm going to start with the biggest, fullest paper stamp, and I'm going to do that in Crumb Cake. Then I am going to come back with soft suede with the next fullest one, and I like to kind of line up these ribs to try to get it lined up. Yeah. And then we're going to finish off with the smallest one with some chocolate chip, which whenever you're baking you need to have chocolate chips. And then you can again line up those ribs to get them perfectly lined up. Now, by putting them both on one piece, a scrap of paper, I can then go ahead and put both of my framelits on and run them through at one time. So it saves you a little bit of time by putting them together like this and running them through the Big Shot once. And we're going to go ahead and put these on with dimensionals also.
Right about here.
That's going to overlap the part over here. So make sure you, like I just did, don't put a dimensional there. But maybe do give it a little strip of snail. Remember to take your backing off, like I didn't. Go ahead and we'll line that up there. Now, one other little touch that I really like when I use the frosting is to take the Wink of Stella clear and just kind of run over some of the ripples on your frosting, just to give it a little extra shine. So there is the textured frosting technique. Hope you've enjoyed this. Hop on over to my blog, check out some other techniques, and be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you can get all the new stuff as it comes out. Hope you had a great day and had a little time stamping.